What are your thoughts, by the way, on Trans Day of Visibility? The double-edged sword of increased progress and also the danger of the weaponization of identity politics to not just take bad positions, but ironically take bad positions that are bad for the very populations and very groups and communities that one is claiming to champion. Biden will say the right thing, right? And then also, like he has said, that he vetoed any Medicare for All bill, right? That passed his desk.
Yeah, I think maybe some people maybe resonate with the visibility message because they think that, trans people have sort of been like hidden or, obscured in society. And so I understand why they do that. However, I think that visibility is a sort of easy cop out for politicians, for companies to maybe highlight us. Put us in as like sort of tokens in their advertisements. Uh, Elizabeth Warren, for example, saying that she wants to read the name of murdered trans women on the White House, despite the fact that the US war machine is killing trans women like Jennifer Lauda and other women overseas, here at home, and she had no plans to put an end to that. Biden having, pronouns in his name on one of these shows or like advertisements that he had, allowing trans people in the military, but not addressing the sort of deeper roots of trans violence and of trans oppression. And I think that it's easy for people in Hollywood, like that movie Disclosure on Netflix, to argue for more representation and more visibility. But it's based on this flawed theory that the more visible we are, that's somehow going to change our material conditions. And that's simply not true. What's going to change our material conditions is if we join hands with other struggling and oppressed people, like workers, like Black and Indigenous communities, oppressed women, and we form a movement together that makes real demands of the state. While also planning to go beyond it, I think that's how we change our material conditions, not simply asking for visibility in the media or a gender neutral potato head.
Sansa Carioca said, I respectfully disagree. As a lesbian, visibility works upon phobia, trans homophobias. It's not mutually exclusive with the devastating effect of neoliberalism. It's important, isn't it?
Yeah, so my response to that would be to say there is an element of visibility that is important, right? For example, being able to see people that look like you, that, have the same identities as you. I mean, there is something validating and affirming about that, especially for LGBT youth. But at the same time, there is a limit that's built into visibility, that's built into representation, things that representation and visibility alone cannot do. And I think at that point, that's where we need to say visibility, representation is so easy for, corporations and capitalist politicians to co-opt, that we need to move beyond visibility to demand real changes and improvements to our material conditions.
So it's like it's necessary but insufficient.
Exactly. And, I mean, with trans women, we've been visible for years. The problem is we've been visible either one through, fetishizing, objectifying pornography, or as the pun of a joke, in movies or comedies. Um, but again, visibility isn't going to give you healthcare. Visibility isn't going to put you in a house, right? Visibility isn't going to stop you from being forced into the sex trade and unable to leave it.